Alex Ayala has just touched down in Chicago, Illinois, arriving to ink a massive $30 million contract with Gatorade. Let that staggering $30 million figure truly sink in for a moment. While this explosive news spreads across the internet like a wildfire, a very specific group of people is feeling incredibly uncomfortable right now. These are the loud haters and the relentless doubters who spent years telling anyone who would listen that Alex Ayala did not belong. They boldly claimed she lacked what it takes to survive at the absolute top tier of professional tennis. They were the ones whispering that she would never truly make it, dismissing her as just another talented prospect destined to fade away. They swore she would vanish long before ever reaching the true pinnacle of the sport. Now, every single one of those cynics is sitting at home watching this breaking news unfold on their screens. The bitter reality of their deep regret is hitting them right now like a runaway freight train. Ayala did not merely survive in the major leagues. She is out there securing $30 million partnerships with one of the most iconic and powerful sports brands on the planet. The most beautiful part about all of this success is that this moment is only the absolute beginning. This marks the dawn of what promises to be a remarkably legendary, athletic, and commercial career. Gatorade is not the type of corporation that casually hands out $30 million endorsement deals to absolutely anyone. They remain notoriously and extremely selective about exactly who gets the ultimate privilege of representing their prestigious global brand. Their hand-picked endorsement athletes are never just random attractive faces slapped onto a plastic bottle. They are true living symbols of excellence, of undeniable grit, and of fierce competitive determination. They embody the exact kind of relentless spirit that deeply inspires millions of everyday people all around the world. When a powerhouse like Gatorade comes calling with that kind of life-changing money, it means something incredibly profound. It means their top executives looked at Alex Ayala and decided without a single shadow of a doubt that she is the real deal. They know deep down that she is worth every single penny of that massive and historic financial investment. They have meticulously studied her upward career trajectory and thoroughly analyzed her incredible and undeniable global market value. They looked incredibly closely at the staggering size and the intense passion of her dedicated fan base across multiple continents. Honestly, looking at the towering empire she has successfully built both on and off the court, it is impossible to disagree. Arguing with Gatorade's brilliant business conclusion is completely futile at this point. This historic and groundbreaking deal is reportedly set to run for 2 full years. It perfectly and strategically positions Ayala as the premier face of Gatorade within the entire Women's Tennis Association. There is a truly brilliant aspect to this strategic move that mainstream media outlets are simply not talking about nearly enough. Gatorade is definitely not just buying the likeness of a phenomenal tennis player with this historic multi-million-dollar partnership. They are effectively purchasing direct, unfiltered access to an entire region and a massive market that has been starving for representation. Major global brands are finally starting to wake up and realize her undeniable power in a very serious way. The raw numbers completely back it up, her dedicated fan base enthusiastically backs it up, and undeniable success follows her everywhere. The staggering commercial results of every single campaign she has ever been involved in completely validate her superstar status. Gatorade saw all of that hard evidence and decided they could not afford to miss out. They acted decisively to secure her talents. And now they are about to reap the incredible rewards of that bold and forward-thinking decision in a very massive way. This game-changing move is going to be huge, especially considering the announcement is not even officially public yet. Gatorade is reportedly planning to make the ultimate big reveal very soon. They are aiming to drop the news at the prestigious BNP Paribas Open next month. Can you even begin to imagine what that history-making moment is going to look like with the blinding spotlight and the endless cameras? Picture the pure electric energy surging throughout that packed arena. Then imagine the booming announcement that one of the most exciting rising stars in professional tennis has arrived. She is officially being crowned as the brand new face of one of the most extraordinarily powerful sports beverage companies in the world. The loyal fans are going to go absolutely crazy, celebrating her monumental success. When that long-awaited moment finally arrives, the noise will be deafening. The pathetic haters are already scrambling in sheer panic, desperately trying to figure out what possible excuse to make up next. Always remember, the highly anticipated official announcement has not even formally dropped yet. When that glorious moment finally comes, the complete and utter meltdown from her biggest doubters is going to be magnificent. It is going to be absolutely spectacular to witness, and we are all going to be sitting back watching it happen in real time. Every single person who doubted her is going to eat their words. Every foolish person who ever counted Eala out is about to have a very bad day. Honestly, they brought this massive embarrassment entirely upon themselves. They completely deserve it by critically underestimating her fierce drive from the very start. But here is the critical thing that those blind haters never truly understood about Eala. She was never just stepping onto the court, simply playing for shiny trophies. She was meticulously building an unstoppable empire from the very beginning, laying it down brick by brick. She has been operating with pure precision, expanding her reach deal by deal, and proving her worth win by win. While some ignorant people were desperately trying to dismiss her entirely, she kept grinding. While vocal critics were searching for every possible reason to count her out, Eala was quietly and ruthlessly stacking deal after massive deal. She was making brilliant strategic moves behind the scenes. Those precise moves were designed to absolutely secure her financial future and cement her lasting legacy for decades to come. The Gatorade deal is undoubtedly massive and incredibly historic. However, that partnership is not even the only major business move she has successfully executed in recent times. Earlier this year, Eala signed an absolutely enormous contract with NutriAsia. That specific deal with NutriAsia showed the entire corporate world exactly how razor-sharp her business instincts truly are. She completely avoided taking a straightforward cash payment up front like most ordinary athletes would do. Rather than simply accepting the quick money, she fiercely negotiated a highly lucrative 2% equity stake in the booming company. That single brilliant financial decision speaks volumes. That genius move tells you absolutely everything you need to know about how intelligently she approaches her long-term career and her financial future. NutriAsia is an absolute powerhouse of a brand right now. The company is currently valued at a staggering $240 million, a valuation that has miraculously risen nearly 50% compared to last year alone. That means her strategic equity stake is incredibly valuable. Thanks to that incredible growth, her calculated investment is already worth millions of dollars on its own. And as NutriAsia continues to rapidly grow and expand its global market share, she wins even more. Her personal wealth automatically skyrockets right alongside the continuous success of the company. This is definitely not the amateur move of someone who just wants to cash in quickly on 15 minutes of fleeting fame. This is the calculated masterstroke of someone who is thinking 10, 15, or even 20 steps ahead of the competition. She is actively building the kind of massive generational wealth that changes lives. That immense wealth will safely last long after her professional playing days are finally over. And then there is the legendary Nutrifactor advertisement that completely broke the internet. That viral sensation shattered records across the web just 4 short months ago. That incredible advertisement became one of the most watched promotional pieces on all of YouTube. It pulled in a jaw-dropping 70 million views in record time. Just think about that. 70 million people voluntarily sat down and watched a brand advertisement. It was not an incredibly hyped music video, and it was certainly not a blockbuster movie trailer, but rather an advertisement featuring the magnetic Eala. That astronomical number is almost completely incomprehensible. When you think about it seriously and compare it to what most massive brands spend trying to achieve that kind of viral reach, it is absolutely mind-blowing. 70 million engaged viewers is the ultimate marketing dream. Having 70 million sets of eyes intensely focused on a single piece of branded content is the kind of explosive reach that most companies spend hundreds of millions of dollars trying to manufacture. And Eala delivered that unbelievable reach almost effortlessly, simply by being her genuine self and connecting authentically with her dedicated audience. Massive brands around the entire world saw those jaw-dropping numbers rolling in and immediately started frantically making phone calls. Those kinds of unprecedented figures are simply impossible to ignore, no matter how astronomically big or established your corporate company already is. Nike has been paying exceptionally close attention to absolutely everything happening around Eala, carefully monitoring her meteoric rise. What they have seen has reportedly convinced the entire massive organization that she is the undeniable future of tennis in the lucrative Asian market. Industry reports highly suggest that Nike has been moving aggressively behind the scenes to firmly secure her highly coveted signature. This intense pursuit is motivated in large part by desperately not wanting a repeat of the deeply painful situation when they tragically lost Coco Gauff to New Balance. That monumental fumble was universally considered one of the absolute most costly endorsement mistakes in Nike's entire recent corporate history, and they have clearly never forgotten it. Gauff went on to rapidly become one of the single most marketable and profitable athletes in the entire sport. Nike was forced to stand by and helplessly watch all of that enormous commercial value walk right out their front door. They are absolutely fiercely determined not to make that exact same devastating historical mistake with a transcendent superstar like Alex Eala. With rival giants like New Balance and Adidas also reportedly circling her very aggressively, Nike was simply not going to sit back and wait around. They absolutely refused to remain passive while their fiercest global competitors made their ambitious moves to snatch her up. The deafening buzz surrounding Eala is simply way too loud, far too consistent, and infinitely too powerful for any major brand on earth to foolishly ignore. The rumored numbers currently being thrown around for the potential Nike mega deal are nothing short of absolutely staggering. Insider sources report astronomical figures hovering around $45 million over the course of 3 years. That base number comes attached with additional lucrative bonuses and massive performance incentives that could easily push the total overall value even higher into the stratosphere. But perhaps, even more significant than the staggering pile of raw money is the highly elevated internal role itself that is being actively discussed for Eala within the Nike brand family. This would absolutely not be a standard, run-of-the-mill corporate endorsement arrangement by any stretch of the wildest imagination. This beautiful reality is exactly what happens when you just keep working, keep relentlessly grinding, keep fiercely believing in yourself, and keep proving the bitter people wrong day after day. Regardless of whatever nonsense the jealous critics say, the massive rewards eventually arrive, and for a once-in-a-lifetime icon like Alex Eala, they arrive in the most spectacular fashion imaginable. She has flawlessly developed her physical game to a truly elite level while simultaneously building a personal brand that genuinely transcends the sport of tennis itself. She has profoundly connected on a deep level with passionate fans across the entire globe and perfectly positioned herself as a true generational athletic talent. To absolutely everyone who ever laughed, who foolishly doubted, who actively tried to hold her back, and who maliciously whispered that she would never reach this level, the ultimate moment of full reckoning has officially arrived. The $30 million Gatorade deal is real. Her triumphant landing in Chicago is real. The colossal empire being built around Alex Eala is very real. And the only thing more certain than her continued rise is the painful regret now consuming every single person who ever made the catastrophic mistake of betting against her.